Hey everybody, this is Joel and
Paul
from Moving to Mexico.
Jeez. That was wonderful.
Anyways,
well, I'm excited that you're here too.
I'm excited to be back.
Yeah.
It's been a bit of an adjustment, right? Because getting home took 2 days.
Yeah.
Literally 30 hours of flying and layovers. Like, look at this. This is us coming into Los Angeles.
Yeah.
And you can see
we
were 3 hours.
Yeah.
3 hours in a customs line.
Ooh.
And then a thing came out of a loudspeaker, and this was funny because. Okay, to all the customs agents that have their break at 4 o'clock, or they're at 1600 hours, please hold, no break. Please hold, all customs agents. And then all of a sudden, the line just started moving.
Oh, wow. So they were like, oh, we want to go on our break, so let's let these people through.
Basically, they started processing people a lot quicker. Bienvenidos a nuestro canal. I didn't even get to that because I just went right into the monologue. We saw a lot of comments in the last video about currency exchange.
Right.
So I thought, you know what, let's chat about the worst and the best options of exchanging your money.
Good deal. And so where are we headed to first?
Well, we're going to go to the bank because Intercam's got a pretty unique service that I really like. So if you open an Intercam bank account, you can call your bank manager, which is kind of nice. You can phone or text her or him, and you can write a check.
Ooh.
I'm going to write it for $1,000 Canadian. They've already fixed the exchange rate for me.
And that's going into my account.
That's going into your account.
All right.
So this goes into my account, but then the nice thing is, let's say I had no pesos in my account today, or just a couple hundred pesos. They would give me the money now.
Yeah.
Even though it'll take a month for my check to clear.
Okay.
Once you have that relationship.
Right.
You just can't bounce your check. If you bounce the check, well, they take that privilege away from you.
They don't like you.
So the first thing I was going to cover was like the worst ways to exchange your cash here in Mexico.
Yeah.
And I'm going to actually pick on the Canadians in this one.
Oh, no.
And I don't know why it is, but more often than not, and it's just by virtue of us being in the vacation rental business and having the bike tour company, is a lot of Canadians will go to their bank and change their Canadian dollars.
Americans do that too.
To US.
Yeah.
And then
the US?
Yeah.
No, okay, no.
And then they'll bring the
that.
US dollars to Mexico and change them to pesos.
Oh, that's funny.
So I have an example, and I'm putting it up here, and you can kind of just go through the math by just looking at it. But you're paying just over $1.30. I think it's like $1.31 to buy those US dollars.
Funny.
And then you're getting another hosing on the exchange rate when you're coming here, because you can't use your US dollars here. You have to change them to pesos.
Right.
So number one, and this is for Canadians or anyone who's not an American coming to Mexico, there's this misconception that you need to bring US dollars to Mexico.
Yeah.
No, don't, unless you have a bunch of US dollars burning a hole in your pocket, like actual physical cash, and you're from a country other than the United States, leave those at home and keep them for your next vacation to the States.
Yeah.
Don't bring them to Mexico.
No need, right?
You're wasting the money because the exchange differential 2 times.
Right. So no need to exchange for Canadians to exchange their Canadian dollars to US dollars and then bring those US dollars to Mexico.
No, you don't want to do that.
That seems like a hassle.
You'd be better off just bringing your Canadian dollars and then exchanging them here. But that's also the number 2 worst thing to do.
Okay.
Just don't bring any cash.
Don't bring cash.
Just don't bring cash.
Yeah.
Because there's much better and efficient ways to do it.
Yeah.
But generally speaking, when you come to like a tourist area like Puerto Vallarta, and you can see, you can go to a restaurant, the restaurant might give you 14 to 1.
Yeah.
Right?
So like, yeah, you can use your US dollars here, but they're going to give you an exchange rate that's not good.
That's not good. So if you are bringing the dollars in, you want to come to the bank, which we're going to do today.
Yeah.
And I'm going to show you how to do that. You don't want to use those dollars at a restaurant, because you're going to get 14, 15 to 1 at best. You probably don't want to exchange at your hotel. You can reach out to the hotel and ask what their exchange rate is. But generally speaking, you're going to be looking at somewhere between that 16 to 18 to 1
Yeah.
on the dollar, based on the information that I have gotten. And then thirdly, you do not want to take those dollars and exchange them when you get to the airport.
Oh yeah. Don't do that, right?
I think I have Nadia looking into it. Let's just see if she sent me a note.
Yeah.
But I'm guessing it's somewhere around 15 to 1.
Okay.
Like that's
Oh man.
That's terrible.
Really?
Yeah. 1688.
Oh, at the airport?
Yeah.
Oh, that's horrible.
Yeah.
Yeah, I always see those. I've never used those exchange things ever at the airport.
Yeah.
Because I always figured they were a ripoff, and that just confirms it.
And it's all over the world.
Yeah.
Just never ever use them.
Yeah.
But there's a company right now that I'm totally in love with their service, but
Yeah.
I'm going to hold off to that till the
Ooh.
end, and we're going to show you how you can get the absolute best exchange rates anywhere in the world in over 50 plus currencies. So a lot of people are talking about Banco Azteca,
Yeah.
and you can come here to their sign, and it will tell you the.
Oh, yeah,
So right
nice.
now they will. That's a pretty good rate, 1945.
Yeah, that's pretty good.
For the cash. And then for our Canadians out there, it's 1530.
Cool.
Okay, I'm doing a little better on this one, and I will disclose that after I cash my check,
Oh, okay.
and we'll compare the two. Okay. Oh, and here's an ounce of silver is 525 pesos, which is $22 an ounce. See you soon, Paul.
All right. Good luck.
A few moments later.
All right.
You know what's funny? So you can go in the bank and wear your mask like this, but you can't wear your hat
Oh yeah.
because this is a disguise.
Yeah.
This is not.
Yeah.
Isn't that funny?
Yeah. It doesn't make any sense.
So I cashed a $1,000 Canadian check, and I got pesos. And my example I'm going to give today, when we're back in the car, I'm going to kind of run through the numbers.
Okay.
But I'm using a $2,000 Canadian as an example.
Okay.
So, and then I'm going to go next to the Azteca Bank, and I'm going to use some cash, and I'm going to exchange that cash for
Okay.
pesos. And then we're going to just look at the difference between the two different methods. For example, the Canadian that changed money to dollars and then went to Azteca to change their money, how much pesos would they have?
Sure.
Versus the Canadian that came here and just wrote a check
Yeah.
and then cashed, like exchanged their money directly with the bank.
Yeah.
And then we'll see what the difference is.
Okay.
Okay?
And what was the limit that you were allowed?
So at Intercam, $4,000 a month. Well, maybe it's because I am a customer.
Right.
So the limit is probably a little bit lower
Yeah.
if you're not. So I would assume that it's $1,500 a month. So assume
For non-customers.
if you're a non-customer. But all you need to open a bank account here at Intercam is some information, which I'm going to put in the comments below. But basically, like your passport, your address. You need to have an address here,
Okay.
and you need to. So you have to own a house here,
Yeah.
or at least have a permanent rental where you have a bill.
Right. Right.
Like
You
so
have to have a
need
bill.
you need like a telephone bill or a water bill or an electrical bill, any kind of bill, and you can open an account.
What's next?
So I thought we would go to Azteca. I just got $200 that I had.
You need to burn.
I'm just gonna like exchange them, and then I can get the printout that can show what the exchange rate was. It'll help us kind of dissect all of this. And I also saw they have some silver on sale.
Yeah.
So let's see if I can buy some silver, because silver shot up today. Their price is still low. They haven't adjusted the price.
Okay.
So I'm gonna buy some silver if they have it. A lot of times you go in there, they advertise the silver and they don't have the damn silver. All right, so I'm gonna
So
see
you'll
you in a
walk
few.
in? Yeah.
I don't think they're gonna let you in with that camera.
No.
A few moments later.
I almost got shut. The door almost shut on me.
Yeah.
Well, that was painful and painless. It was painless in that I got my exchange pretty quick, it was painful because there was only 2 people in line, so I'm like, this is gonna happen pretty quick. And then a guy went on a break, like one teller.
Darn.
And then when I got there, so I exchanged my money, but no plata. No, they have no silver
They
coins
didn't
for
have
sale.
any.
No.
Okay.
I'm like, well, why do you guys announce on there that you have silver? Well, we do have silver for sale. We just don't have any to sell you.
This is in the Electra, right?
Yeah.
The
So
Electra building.
I think
So it's kind of like, this is where you can basically take out a loan and buy a refrigerator.
and buy your refrigerator
or a motorcycle.
Speaker.
Yeah.
But
This guy really likes you, hey?
yeah, he's having fun.
He's having
The
fun.
security guard. Well, should we go crunch the numbers?
Let's go crunch the numbers.
All right.
So if you were a Canadian and took 2,000 Canadian dollars and exchanged them to US dollars, and then took those US dollars and exchanged them here, you'd get 29,700 pesos. Okay? If you were a Canadian and you just took your Canadian dollars and wrote a check like I did, or even just exchange your Canadian dollars here, you get 30,700 pesos.
Ooh.
So it's 1,000 pesos.
Yeah.
You know, that's 50 US bucks. That's like a dinner out for 2.
Or
you
more,
know,
depending on where you go.
But it's 50 bucks. It's
Yeah,
your,
50
it's
bucks
your
is
cab
50
ride
bucks.
from, it's actually almost like your cab ride there and back to the airport.
That's right.
So anyways, this episode is brought to you by Wise.
Okay.
And look at this card, Paul.
Dude, I need one of those. Where'd you get that?
So easy. Go to the link in the description because that's a special code. So when you sign up for a Wise account, you're going to get a free transfer. Because they do charge a fee, like if you're transferring money from your account to your Wise bank account, although the fee is very small. You can transfer up to a value of 500 Great British pounds for free, so for your first transfer by using our sign-up code. Also, if you use our sign-up code, it kind of helps us because if 3 of you sign up, we get a little bump from Wise, so that helps us with the videos. But what I love about Wise is it's a virtual bank.
Yeah.
Right. So you can open your account literally in minutes. Okay. And then once your account is open, you've submitted your identification, you've submitted a proof of address and a selfie. You can essentially open accounts in several different currencies. So I can open a US dollar account. I opened a European Euro account. I opened a Great British Pounds account. So I opened all these accounts that for money that I'm using when I'm traveling. And now when I'm traveling, I take money from my Wise wallet. So you can kind of, I don't know if it shows up on your camera, but you can kind of see my various balances. Like I have 1 million Vietnamese dong.
Wow.
Don't get too excited.
You're rich.
No, that's about $50.
Oh, okay.
Actually, a little bit less.
Dang.
I think it's about $30. But what's kind of cool is when I was in Vietnam, and let's say I had to pay for my hotel, and it was 5 million dong, right?
Yeah.
So then I would immediately go to my Vietnamese, and I'd hit add, and I'd put in 5 million, and I'd take it from my Canadian dollar, and that's it. And then it's instant.
Wow.
And then I would take my debit card and hand it to the clerk, and they would run it through. I'd put in my passcode, and the money would automatically transfer from my Canadian to the dong, and then once I pay for it, the dong would come out.
Crazy.
And why this is good is because if you're using your Visa card from Canada and you're paying in Vietnamese dong, or you're paying in Turkish lira or Mexican pesos when you're coming to visit us here in Mexico, your bank is always hosing you. So they hose you on the exchange rate, and then they charge you what's called a foreign transaction fee.
Right.
Right? So at the end of the day, you're getting the shittiest exchange rate, and they're making all the money.
Yeah.
So when it comes to Wise, you can take that money back from your bank, and you control all your purchases and all your currency exchange. And you can move the money to wherever you're going when you need it. You can take whatever currency you have back at home, whether that's Australian dollar, Canadian dollar, US dollar, Turkish lira, and when you come to Mexico, you just move the money as you need it.
Very cool.
And it's literally seconds.
Yeah.
And it's done.
This is like a secret weapon.
Yeah, and it works like a debit card. You just put it in, and it's got a lot of security features on it. Like, for example, let's say I use my Wise card to buy 5 airline tickets for Jillian, myself, my kids, and one of their friends from Istanbul to one of the other towns. So I was online, I pay for it in Turkish lira. Again, I didn't have to pay those foreign transaction fees.
Very cool.
But then you get a notice from an SMS message from Wise, and you have to approve it.
Okay.
So when you're doing online purchases, there's 2-factor approval.
Yeah.
So let's say someone gets my card number and they start going on a purchase rampage. I'm going to get the notification and I'm going to decline it.
Yeah.
And then you're not going to have that hassle.
Right.
So there's a lot of cool things with Wise, a lot of reasons I like them. I like them for that. But biggest and foremost is just the ability for me as a consumer to be responsible and have power over my own money. Big shout out to Wise. They're not even a sponsor.
No,
but I
they're
love
not.
this card so much
Yeah.
that we're going to make them a sponsor.
Yeah, eventually they will be.
I think if all of you can just sign up for a Wise account and then transfer, I don't know, transfer $500 to your Wise account, because it's just money there, and you can, if you're transferring $500 Canadian, you can use this card in Canada,
Right.
just like any other debit card. But
Right.
guess what? There's no debit card fee. They don't charge you any transaction fees.
Yeah.
They make their money on the exchange,
Uh-huh.
and when you transfer money from your account to them. But once the money's in your Wise account, there's no fees.
Perfect.
And I said to the family, look, right now the world's open, and it's still a crazy place. It could be shut down tomorrow.
Right.
And then that's it,
Yeah, and then you're sitting at home for a while wishing that you went somewhere.
Yeah, and I'm okay with that.
Yeah.
Right? But I'm glad we did this trip, because I got to spend some really cool time with my kids, and especially on that boat. It was like they were kids again, hey? My son's 21, my daughter's 20.
Man, they're still
but they're
kids.
swimming around and
They're
diving,
still kids.
but the kids came right back, eh?
That's cool.
Yeah, so that was fun.
Well, everyone comment below. Welcome back, Joel.
Thank you. Comment below. Welcome back, Joel.
Yeah. And sign up for Wise.
Oh, sign up for Wise. Yeah.
And like, share, subscribe.
Like, share, subscribe. Yeah, I'm just repeating everything you're saying.
Yeah,
Thank you,
no.
Paul. And on that note, nos vemos hasta luego. Oh my God.
Dude,
I lost my. Well, I've been learning all these languages lately.
Okay, say
so
it in Vietnamese.
I will. Okay, next video I will.
Okay.
And I'll do it in Thai, Vietnamese, Turkish, and Arabic.
Oh, man.
Sound good? Nos vemos hasta luego and adios. And anytime they come up to a pedestrian or passing someone,
They give a little honky honk.
honking. Vietnam's just nothing but honking.
Oh man.
So it's
I would
like
hate
a
it.
symphony of honking. But it's not like obnoxious honks.
Uh-huh.
And some of the horns have been modified so that they kind of sing. They're like, honk, 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 honk.
Oh, interesting.
Honk, 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 honk.
Man.
We're like,
I like that sound.